Hello and welcome to this video about April's full moon in Libra. We are the astrologers of Pandora Astrology. I'm Jamie Kale Miller. I'm in Berkeley, California.
And I'm Julia Mijas, and I'm in San Francisco, California. In this video, we're going to tell you about this moon, including what it will feel like, when it's happening, and best ways to handle it.
This full moon pits polite-mannered, delicate Libra, right here, that moon in Libra, against 3 planets placed in Aries, which is more boisterous and energetic. Like Jupiter here in Aries brings all of the energy of a golden retriever jumping up on you, completely unaware that it has mud on its paws and that you didn't want that. So it's very energetic, it's very like full-bodied, if you will, and very physically active. But Sun conjunct Chiron is one of the main features of this moon. See how close that is. Sun at 16 degrees, same as the moon, obviously, and Chiron right here in 15 degrees. So Chiron's a major feature here. That brings the emphasis to healing. And Chiron, of course, can bring about healing, but usually does it by first introducing a trigger, which can feel like a wounding. So some wounding may happen along the way, even as the healing is going forward. So the watchword of this moon is make every action a wholesome one. Avoid acts that are divisive, acts that overpower, that press others to your own will, because ultimately this is a full moon. So the attention should be on that moon in Libra, who's just trying so hard to be nice in this dynamic. Julia, what are you seeing in these parts of this moon?
Oh, yeah. Well, Chiron in there really changes some of that energy around all the Aries and the fire planets like Jupiter and the Sun. Because Chiron, Chiron is a lot more sensitive than either Sun in Aries or Jupiter in Aries too. So I think that this is an important full moon to lean into that sensitivity. And like you were saying, don't allow your over enthusiasm, your boisterousness to kind of maybe step on the toes of other people. And I think that the higher placement of Chiron there is that sensitivity to it. So definitely this is a time of taking action because we have all of this Aries, but action with a bit more consciousness behind it as well. Yeah. What else are you seeing in this full moon?
Well, we know that full moons usually play out as a social dynamic because it's an opposition between the sun and the moon. So there's going to be some mirroring, some feedback, maybe some taking turns, and people might identify with one or the other pole of this moon more strongly and find themselves meeting someone in their life playing the role of the opposite pole. So if you identify with that gentle moon in Libra, well, then you might feel that Sun and Chiron in Aries are careless, heedless, dominating, and you might feel like you need to reflect that back to them if they're showing up in the form of somebody in your life. And if instead you identify more with this Aries Sun, then you might be trying to introduce some honesty and some directness, but it might come out as a form of domination. It might even come off as like dominating in order to compensate for an ego wound, or, you might really be trying to heal by bringing that honesty and clarity. And so Jupiter might bring ethics and morals into the matter. That's a really nice point, maybe even in a very positive and growth inspiring way, or alternatively, perhaps in an overbearing, holier than thou kind of way. And then there's Pallas Athene, which we haven't even talked about yet. She's trying to balance the whole thing here at the apex of this T-square, while reminding us that checking our intuition can sometimes show the way to a resolution of conflict. So she introduces some of the wisdom of sensitivity and sympathy, and might even be able to help mediate between the moon and these planets here in Aries. Julia, what do you think? Hi, Jamie here. Before we continue, I just want to take a quick moment to thank you for watching this video. And if you're enjoying this content, please consider becoming a patron on Patreon. Our lowest tier starts at just $5 a month and gives you early access to these monthly videos. Your support helps keep this content free. The link can be found in the description box below. Thanks again, and let's get back to the video.
Yeah, well, one thing that I am noticing with Pallas Athene, as well as all that cluster of Aries that we have, is a common theme between the two is independence. And I think that an understanding, independence within the dynamic of a relationship is a good way of recognizing the boundaries of one another. If there is an imbalance going on, which could very well be signified by this full moon, one party is overly enthusiastic and boisterous, and the other is a bit more on the mellow, receptive, chill side, then understanding the boundaries between that dynamic can actually help you negotiate them better, which is something, that we should all take a page from it here. And who do you think is going to feel this full moon the most?
Well, if you were born between March 31st and April 11th, then you would be an Aries, and this sun, it would be basically around your birthday, right? And this sun and the moon opposite to it is going to show up pretty strongly in your chart. If you were born in Cancer, between July 3rd and 13th, then this moon would occur in a square to your sun and you would feel it. If you were a Libra born October 4th to 15th, you would feel it for similar reasons. That moon would be very close to your own sun. And if you're a Capricorn born January 1 to 12, you would feel it, and this moon would be squaring your sun.
Well, that's all for today. In this video, we gave you a lot of clues about this moon and how you can handle it for best results. Now, we love making these videos for you, and if you love them too, then please hit that like button.
We make these videos for you for free, and if you appreciate it, supporting us on Patreon is the best way to show it. Let your friends know about our videos too. Have a beautiful April, and until next time, we'll see you around the cosmos.
Bye-bye.